What's up, guys? I'm Yalik, and my supply chest is finally ready today. This is very late in the day for me. Normally I have this first thing in the morning. Ooh, diamonds. Thank you. And we're going to do this the quickie way. Normally I would be doing supply chest by going after some of these NPC bases, because that's how I get my practice in with the Zookas. But today I have saved up a bunch of warrior player bases, and so we're going to load those up and we're going to take some people down. Also, that will just get things done a little bit quicker, and that means I can get back on my regular schedule sometime probably by Saturday. Did we scout this guy? I don't recall. I think I did. I keep having this problem. Yeah, I did. Because I thought ice hookah might be the way to go here. But I've been having this problem where I do my notes on a base, and by the way, that is the right call there. I just need I need a little bit more GBE. I had them last night, but I needed one more shock. So we've got a whole bunch of bases saved up with WWW. Sometimes the notes stick around, and sometimes I do the note and it doesn't get saved. I don't know why. Maybe you have to be in the game a certain amount of time after doing the note. So without further ado, this guy has a W, which means we want to take him down this way. Alright, so the reason I've labeled I'll explain why I've labeled all of these as W bases as we go. Warrior bases. So this guy does have some ice in the back, but he has no shield. No prototypes, which is interesting. Why have ice and no prototypes? No shield whatsoever. This is going to go down very easily. We have the cryo bomb for a few more days, and it looks like we're going to want to use it a little bit through here, probably about there. Maybe we can 2 mines. Actually, we can take that down. Yeah, we'll just use the cryo because it's cheaper for GBE. So, we do need to smoke on the beach, but you don't have to smoke as heavily with warriors as you do with Zookas. Zookas move very slowly, and so you need to keep them covered pretty much every step of the way. There are certain times when you can gap your Zookas, like when you're around a bunch of boom cannons or cannons. They shoot very slowly and one shot at a time, so you could do a little gapping for stuff like that. But with warriors, completely different ballgame. You don't have to worry about gaps in the smoke as much. You do want to control it. You don't want them running all over the place. So we are going to have to smoke the beach, and we'll smoke our way up. Now, the other thing is I'm probably going to, I'll drop on the beach somewhere near the beach mist tree, and you're going to see me use a trick I picked up recently since I've started doing this. I'm going to drop a ground flare somewhere over in here. Just flare to a spot. Normally you don't do that with warriors. Normally you flare to a defense and they will cluster around it and then take it down, or a building, whatever it might be. The ground flare does seem to help with the running. It pulls them in tighter than going directly to buildings. I don't know why that is, but obviously tighter is better in terms of controlling your run and keeping the warriors from straying too much and getting killed on the sides. So, a little bit of smoke on the beach. We're going to do one of these. There are almost always mines around an HQ on a base like this, so you're going to want to look for them. And it looks like we cleared out that whole side. Let me get that just to be on the safe side. Probably overly cautious there. So you don't have to smoke everything here. So instead of doing like a full smoke, what I'm going to do is just something like this, and flare up there, and then see they pull in a little bit tighter, and then you're going to have to change your flare as you're going. 2 smokes on the HQ, one just before it and one directly on it. The 2 smokes, I call it fat smoking. The 2 smokes will give you plenty of room for 1 shock, 2 shocks. Plenty of room. And a med kit. for your warriors to get around the HQ and for Bullitt to hang back a little bit and get off his taunt while staying covered, because you don't want him exposed after you activate the taunt. As soon as he comes out of smoke, he's going to release that ability. Now, the main thing you need to worry about if you're trying to learn how to use this strategy, and you should be... Oh, we're also going to do this resource base after. The main thing you need to worry about, you should be learning this strategy first of all, because... Whoa, what did I see there? This one might not go. Let's check this out. Double boosting and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ice. Ooh, that is a load right there. But no shield. Why no shield? Ah, because he's counting on this. The main things you need to worry about. Shocks are bad. The shock launchers, you're going to have to account for them and shock for them. Grapplers like this are bad because they will pull Bullitt away. That's what this guy's trying to do. He's trying to pull Bullitt away from the rest of my attack, and Bullitt goes all the way over here, and meanwhile all of these defenses surrounding the HQ will then turn and focus on my warriors. I obviously don't like that. So what I'm going to have to do, and this isn't actually too bad at all, this is a 2 shock base. There is a sneaky shock mine in there. Shock launchers are really bad. They have to be accounted for. They really need to be shocked. Shock blasters are also not ideal because they don't completely stop him from getting taunt off, but they can slow it down. So then if you can't get the thing off because he's being targeted by the blaster, then again your warriors come under fire. So he has given me some extra room here, so we actually don't have to start smoking until a little bit after this. We're going to lose a couple up front, but that's not bad. Our path, probably a cryo in this area. We have the cryo for another week, I think, and at that point I think we all need to go to the Boom Beach headquarters, or Supercell headquarters in Finland, and protest until they give us cryo bomb forever. So this one might be a tiny bit tight on GBE, but we're going to give it a go. We've got 2 shocks, we're going to clear some mines, we're going to make a run for him. It's a strange layout with 7 ice. I don't know why you wouldn't bother having a shield, but I think he's confident enough in his placement back here. If anything stops us from killing this base, there will be one thing to stop us from killing this base, and that will be a lack of GBE on my part. So with that said, I think we can take the rest of those mines. We're going to drop and do a ground flare like way up in here, and then start with our smoking. He is all over me here. We're going to reflare to this boom, and on the reflare, let's just throw down the medkit, just to be on the safe side. That gives Bullitt a chance to catch up, and then away we go, right off to the HQ. 1, 2. Another medkit. Not too bad on the losses so far. We're going to get the taunt off, and it looks like we're in pretty good shape here. 2 shocks. 1, 2. And Bullitt's going to eat fire, and do we have enough for 2 more shocks? No. We're going to keep the taunt going, throw down another medkit, hope for the best here. Nah, it's not going to happen this time. With 7 ice there, though. Still, I mean, not all that far off, and I might give that one more go. If I had any kind of a boost going at all, actually, and on that note, there is something I'm going to do here. Troop damage 29%, troop health 35, and over here I think I have a 12 saved up. I have an 11. It's not great, but whatever. Troop health 35%. Goodbye. That's a pity. I've been meaning to do this. I've been considering my... Whoa, what did I just boost it instead? Son of a gun. Alright, well, I'll do that later, because I'm not going to waste the powder. See if that makes a difference, actually. Where'd he go? With your 7 ice. Um, it might. We'll find out. If I had any kind of a boost going, as I was just about to say, I should be able to take this guy down. Again, main problem really is the GBE. He's put his base way far back in the corner, and that's one tactic that people seem to be doing to try to ward off these kind of attacks. Ground flare is putting the base, the HQ, way back to the corner. So we're going to go this way this time. Keep it a little straighter. Boom. Okay. Not going to use the additional med kit this time, and what we're going to try to do is double up on a med kit over here, and we'll do that by waiting until the smoke timer is about there and then throw. Boom, boom. Then throw the med kit, and so hopefully that will help keep my we're going to throw down some critters out there, and we got them. So with any kind of a boost going, even a boost that I did not want, I was planning on doing this all unboosted. Look at the difference in casualties here. What do we total? 13 warriors. Any kind of a boost going, even a boost on my worst statue out there for, this style, he's down with 7 ice, boosting 2 of them, which effectively gives him 9 ice if you think about it. Alright, so yet another base. He's clustered all of his mines up front. He has not reserved any around the HQ. We have no grapplers or blasters to deal with. Doom is fine because while taunting, that can only do a very limited amount of damage to Bullitt. So we've got 2 shocks here. Got to stop the shock launchers. This one shouldn't even be all that hard, and he's given me, I don't have to start smoking until the top of the beach. So this is just a bad layout as far as, it might be a good layout for something else, I don't know, but it's a bad layout as far as warriors are concerned. And I would think you would want to have a good layout as far as warriors are concerned, because, sorry, like right now this is way too easy. This is why everyone should be doing this. Because if I can learn to do this in a relatively short amount of time, then a really good player can learn to do this. Maybe really good players already learned to do this. They did this when they were coming up through Boom Beach. I never did for GBE reasons. I never had a bunch of GBE because, again, as you know, I have gone fully offensive for the first time ever. I believe I've mentioned that like any number of times here, so I think you know. So I never had the GBE to use strategies like this, or I never thought I had the GBE to use strategies like Zuka's. I'm going to try my first Zuka walk on my mini at level 33. I might try my first Zuka walk, or at least Smoky Hookah walk later this afternoon. I tried taking a guy on head on, that didn't work out, and there's the supply chest. So tomorrow is almost 1 for me, so tomorrow I'll be just shy of 9 o'clock. I'll be able to go out and, what do I want here? I should take the shards for power powder purposes, so we'll do that. But let's go hit a couple more player bases. We've got at least one more here. There was one up there. And then finally we'll get to the resource base, which is kind of the point here. So this guy has made it a little more difficult for me. He still has the shocks. Everybody is going to have the shocks. This grappler is going to be a problem, and he has a shock blaster. So I have at least 3 shocks to do here. I'm going to try to get these 2 together. It'll be possible. I'll clip a couple of warriors just on the corner of the HQ. There is one layout. It's a corner layout. The base will be back here, and the defender will try to put a shock launcher right back in the corner, just up against the wall. So it's very hard to shock that without shocking a bunch of your warriors too, and that is another way that people are trying to defend against these warrior rushes right now. Bit of ice. On the health, that looks like a... And health 31, health 12, damage 37. Okay. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, there's a few tricks, like the grapplers, like I mentioned. Blasters are working particularly well. They complicate things with the bullet strategy as well. So that's what people are doing to try to throw the high smokes. Not really actually smoking where the landing spot. I'm counting on the delay there. And hopefully Bullitt doesn't get hit by that blaster. Looks like we're okay. Okay, so HQ 1-2 fat smoking. Get taunt off. Get that. And we're gonna try with this. It's gonna be a little tricky, but did we get it? Nope, didn't get it. That might be an issue. We can at least get something. Yeah. Hit the second taunt, even though he got yanked. Didn't pull off the shock there on both towers. It's a little too conservative, trying to stay away from the warriors. You can get a couple, but if you hit a bunch, that's taking away your ability to deal damage in that situation. So, if you're not familiar with this strategy, then I hope you're starting to see just some of the basics here. That is just not even good. The main thing this guy has going for him is his mines. That would be it. And no ice either. He doesn't care. Interesting. Yeah, his mines are well placed. These are going to be kind of a pain in the butt. I can clear up here with the cryo, probably around this with artillery. But yeah, if your main defense is your mines, then they should be a part of your defense, but they can't be everything. But he doesn't care. Like I said, this guy's not worried. He is all offense, so he's not even worried about defense here. We're gonna keep running. We'll end up flaring, reflare to the boom cannon, just to get everybody grouped up, and in particular to get Bullitt with the group. Fat smoke on the HQ. See that? Perfect figure right there. That's nice. And actually, that was a little early, but we got a bunch of extra GBE, so why don't we just throw that out and shock. And this should go down like butter. Just cutting through that. A few extra celebratory med kits. We lost 1-4, so 5 there. That's the other thing, is that, I mean, that was I got 256,000 gold on that, and what's it going to cost me now? 23,000. So we're doing okay. Alright, so I think you get the idea with those guys. I don't know. Here's another one that did I scout this one? We'll see. Huh. No, but that's a warrior base. Let's go ahead and do it. Mines, cryobomb, barrage, the HQ, shock, and now he's helped me out here. He's made this a single shock with the blaster and the shock launcher. So, thank you. We'll smoke up high on the beach here. Oh, cryobomb, I will miss you when you are gone. Yeah, seriously, we need to storm Supercell's headquarters. This needs to be a part of the game forever. Forever and ever. I don't care if a couple of the warriors end up getting... Yeah, we're going to go straight to the HQ on this one. I don't care if a couple of the warriors end up getting shocked. The main thing is I don't want Bullitt to be shocked, because if that blaster gets Bullitt, it'll hold him back. And let's see, we need 1, 2, throw out the extra health kit. If Bullitt ends up getting shocked, that blaster can hold him down near the beach, and that keeps him from you know, it can just stop him in his tracks. And he's a necessary part of this attack style. But you see how easy it is. You look at the base. Here again, so he had no ice. He didn't care. Whatever. You look at the base, and it's just, I mean, it's sitting there. No shield. Your first thought should be warriors every time right now. And it might not always end up being the case that it's a base to take down with warriors. But it will be very often. Now, so this is a resource base I have been fighting over forever and a day. And before I learned how to use warriors, this is a resource base I probably would not have even tried. Because of the insane amount, there's rockets and booms, and that's just it's a mess, it's a nightmare, it's a cluster. So I started fighting with this guy. Strangely enough, the HQ used to be over here, and I had it, I had the, like, machine guns and flames packed around it. For some reason, he has decided that it would be better in the center of the base, which is better for me, so I appreciate that. I'm not sure why he thought that would be a good idea. I'm going to 3-smoke on the beach, and I'm probably going to do a reflare to pull them in tight, and then flare up somewhere in this area. So the main thing with this base is he has some of the rocket launcher spread out. So Bullitt is going to activate his taunt and get everything in the center, probably, you know, like this stuff in. There are still going to be some rockets firing. We'll throw a cryo bomb. God, I'm going to miss the cryo bomb. We'll throw a cryo bomb off in this direction to slow down rockets and off in this direction to slow down rockets. Bullitt will take care of everything in the middle. He'll draw the fire from that. And the warriors will take care of this. Also, he has no ice. I don't know why he's even bothering. I mean, we can do this forever and a day. I mean, just give up. It amazed me when I saw how he had redesigned this base. I was just shocked. Why? So we're going to throw an extra smoke here, but then we're going to go like that and pull them back in before going like that. So that should help preserve some of our troops. Straight to the HQ from there. Nice fat smokes. Good figure 8. And get the taunt going. Here's the medkit. Here's the cryos. And here's the fun part. Down she goes. Extra taunt. Yeah, I mean, maybe he did it to help himself out. I'm not sure why, but he actually redesigned this base to make it easier for me. And the last time I retook this from him, I was on a boost, a full boost, not like this, which, again, my accidental oops boost. I was on a full boost, and I don't even think I lost a troop. I had hoped that would ward him off. Oh, new defenses cannon. That's very exciting. Basically, any resource base, you should be thinking along these lines, and here's why. Resource bases, it doesn't matter how many towers are packed in there. There's never going to be shock launchers. There's never going to be prototypes, so you're never going to see a shock blaster. You're never going to see a grappler. You're never going to see a shield on a resource base, which means they are just ripe for this strategy. Perfect. Plus, they're also I feel like they're smaller maps, so it's a shorter run. One of the problems you run into, the reason people are stashing their HQ way back in the rear corner of a base, is that it gives you a longer run, so you have to burn more GBE in smoke just to get there. Not the case with resource bases. So it's a shorter run. You're not going to have to face the prototypes. You're not going to have to face the shock launchers. If you smoke your way up there, you win. The only way you might not win is if you ran into somebody who had, like, all ice. Like that first guy I took down, who was double boosting 7 ice, effectively giving him 9 ice. That applies to resource bases as well, that boost. So someone like that might give you a little bit of trouble, but the base itself never will. So if you can do warriors with Bullitt, resource bases will never be an issue for you. Alright? If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, say hi. I'm Yalek. I'll see you around.